Live.
This hangout is on air live. All right, excellent. Welcome to the Untitled Studios podcast number 5. I am Stabby. With us we have
Class again.
and
Mike.
And
excellent.
Engelhardt.
Woohoo!
To finish it off.
We've managed to make a coherent introduction. So welcome to the podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it. And without further ado, Mr. Class has a lovely presentation for all of us.
Yes. So, we've all been hearing about the sexism in the video game industry and how it's such a rampant issue. So I've gone ahead and made this presentation. I'm going to pitch to you guys, see if I can get any investors today. Empowerment, the game is not the game, actually, but it's the concept, rather. It's by Class, Stabby Pants, and Noja. He also helped on this project. So the feminine critique. Since the advent of video games, a small group of evil, hook-nosed, basement-dwelling creatures have been poisoning the pure video game industry. Yes, people, I'm indeed talking about the wretched game developers. This pack of horny, despicable quasi-humans have been stabbing women in the back, repressing the females of game. And I use females of game in place of a more offensive, archaic, immoral term, which I will not say. And I'll continue to use female of game throughout the presentation. And their method of stabbing women in the back so harshly is over-sexualization of the female form, just like you see in the back.
Obviously.
Excellent work, sir. It's very professional.
So, a whole new game. Instead of creating another Kickstarter asking for money to, complain about some crap, brave men of Class Corp, and our trademark and name is pending, intend to charge into this gender battle and create and kickstart a game of their own. This won't just be any game. This is a game in which women of game aren't made to feel uncomfortable by the unrealistic characters created only to please our teenage boy overlords, i.e. the Illuminati. And this is going to be a game with a strong female protagonist that isn't showing any unnecessary skin, and that's what I mean.
Yay.
A game for the modern women.
Finally. Yay!
Meta.
Finally.
Yeah,
Something
as opposed to
women
that wretched Bayonetta. So Bayonetta is an action-packed, text-based, story-driven thriller in which players stay in the house far away from all misogynists who want to gaze at women's bodies, degrading their self-worth and political status.
Oh no.
So as opposed to the usual, fun, exciting, violent, and dangerous point-and-shoot garbage, Birkenettites will stay at home, cooking and cleaning for the good of her family, except on the occasion that her husband takes her outside to the bazaar or the mosque, which triggers a special kind of escort mission, where you have to stay in tow of your husband while he goes around this busy town center. The player will feel real
escort missions.
Yeah, there'll be a real excitement as they try not to venture too far away from the protection of their husbands. I apologize. This is a really short one. It's over now.
Oh.
All of our contact info down here. I've got our sensitivity expert, Nojo, Sultan of Style at
Yay.
United Arab Emirates.gov. Then me, I'm the Caliph of Cloth at White Knights of America. Then you got Stabby at No Skin November at Kotaku.com.
Man, just those emails are just killing me.
So
man.
bad.
Yeah,
Excellent work, sir. Excellent
I've
work.
often wondered, whenever a game comes out and it's like, oh, there's a scantily clad girl, it's like, even though she's like the main character, it's like she's scantily clad, and then it's like, and then other people are like, oh, it's empowering for her to wear whatever she wants, whenever she wants to, and then it's like, give the feminists a game and let them design it. What is the main character gonna look like? And I think
Pretty
you found
much
my
it.
answer.
Oh, class is still screen sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying this angle now. I can't stand the top of the computer. It looks crooked to me.
Oh, that's perfect. That's so militia style. It's like literally like they're gonna think we're in the woods with rifles right now. Like
Oh yeah, definitely. No,
it's
no,
right
this
by the
is-
desk.
I
Oh
mean,
wait,
You're-
you guys
you're-
can't see it in camera. No,
Pretty much him.
You're a tourist.
Saying.
I can see. Honestly, I would not disbelieve Mike if he was like, no, I'm a militia member. I really am. It's always the kind of quiet ones, man. You never,
Right, then
I know.
that wouldn't be him. Hell, if anything, it'd be Mike and myself.
It's Marisha.
God damn it. Oh, okay. So, there was a video, I guess, that Sarkeesian put out that was actually the full Macintosh of what was.
Well,
it
pretty
was-
much all the videos that she puts out are by him. She's just kind of a figurehead.
Oh yeah, well no, yeah, but this actually had him in it, and I linked to his article so we could actually review the 25 privileges.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's
God,
see.
somebody's got to make a political comic with Sarkeesian as the Wizard of Oz or as Oz, and then Macintosh as the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, that would be
I
actually
think,
really funny.
I think somebody's made that. That doesn't sound like an original idea. I'm not that clever.
Yeah, I figure we'll go through a few of them. Like, I don't know that we necessarily need to go through every one of them because after a certain point, it's just going to get really repetitive. But so these are the effects of male gamer privilege, because apparently male privilege wasn't enough. You had to like get it into like subsets and really slice it up so you could get to all the different kinds of privilege.
No,
I'm
yeah.
sure there's like male restaurant privilege and like male shopping privilege, and I mean there's probably lots of them, no doubt.
Definitely, definitely.
So here we go. Number one, I can choose to remain completely oblivious or indifferent to the harassment that many women face in gaming spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, so can many
I
women.
feel like
A lot. Almost
I feel
anyone
like-
can do that.
no one has played games that wrote this because pretty much everyone gets harassed while gaming at some point or another.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, I mean, if it's not like, oh wait, did I?
You exist in the universe at the same time as the internet. You
Yeah,
may be harassed at one point in time.
exactly.
You know.
Hey,
Sorry.
what was it? Was it just last episode? We got, what was it, last episode or the episode before?
Oh, yeah,
Someone
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
us to
some
know.
guy-
Oh, yeah.
Suck giant dicks or something.
Yeah.
Donkey did
That was a
actually.
sexual comment. We were sexually harassed, gentlemen.
And we did promise to
They're all
hop
dudes.
on that elephant this week. So I hope Mike, you did your part to get that to us.
Put that
no
video
comments
in.
to see yet, but I'll keep an eye on it this time. I'll try to do better with that. Let's see. Number two, I am never told that video games or the surrounding culture is not intended for me because I am male.
What?
So this is the privilege for male. So what they're saying is that men don't
Women
get told that
get
gaming isn't
told-
for them, but women get
Yeah.
told that. I
Wow.
honestly, I'm not a girl, so I don't know, but I
Who's
don't
doing
know
that?
that I've ever seen that actually occur. But it might
Yeah,
be.
that's-
You know,
that's
there's
definitely
probably
not
somebody
the
out there
whoever
with
does
girls
that,
who said
thing.
that
They're a
shit.
douchebag.
I mean, I would understand that as maybe an individual experience.
Mhm.
Like,
No.
I
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that has happened.
yeah.
I do know that I'm much more of a casual gamer. I'm sure people have told me that I'm not a gamer. I don't really
Yeah.
give a shit. Like, fucking who cares?
Oh, my part-time gaming is probably laughable in comparison to someone who actually tries this on a, consistent basis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I just figure it's like I think everybody's been told they're not a gamer at some point, but
Yeah.
there's probably some validity.
Is that
I'm
the
sure
no
there's someone
true
who's been
gamer
told like, well, you're not
fallacy?
really a gamer, you're a girl.
Uh,
I wouldn't doubt that. That could be potentially true. I don't know that I would call that male privilege as much as just like an unfortunate fact of society.
because
let's see.
society, of what we've heard in recent news, society sucks. So we're just gonna go with it.
Turns out.
Well, you can't really call a negative that occurs to somebody else a privilege for somebody else.
Very
Like
true.
it's not how that works. It's not really necessarily giving you any sort of benefit at all. Like you don't really get anything. You lose things because of it. In fact, actually, I would say males lose more gamers because they, I'm sure some people are discouraged by that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
So less people to play games with. Number 3, I can publicly post my username, gamertag, or contact information online without having to fear being stalked or sexually
Definitely
harassed
not.
because of my gender.
Definitely not.
Asshole.
Yeah. I just want
Never
to
put
into
your
that,
contact information online.
Oh no,
Fucking
no,
ever.
definitely not.
Not publicly. Good. I don't care if you're male, female, or a goddamn donkey. Don't fucking do it.
Just like that Blizzard the World of Warcraft mod that put his information out. Within an hour, people I believe it was a guy. Within an hour, people were up on his Facebook account,
Yeah.
harassing him and
Just
basically
putting your picture up, people can find you with your picture. They'll do image searches. There's people that can literally do image comparison searches and find your Facebook.
Oh, anyone can do that on Google Images. It's easy.
Well, Google Images is good, but there are people with better software that literally is doing facial recognition software.
Oh, I've used fake pictures and had people discover my fake identity or who exactly I was, because I took it from some really really obscure PBS. It was some PBS reality show or something in the
Oh
past.
wow! I didn't even know PBS did a reality show. That's depressing.
Apparently they did. I didn't know about it. I just searched up a random name and that guy's face came up, so I took it.
Oh, here's one. I will never be asked to prove my gaming cred simply because of my gender. Look, if you're a gamer, someone's going to ask you to prove your gaming cred sooner or later.
It just happens.
But not because of your gender.
Yeah, it's a meritocracy, so that happens.
Yeah. Let's see, number 5. If I enthusiastically express my fondness for video games, no one will automatically assume I'm faking my interest just to get attention from other gamers.
I can believe that someone would.
I mean, I've seen that happen, though.
I don't know if that's a gender thing, though, to be honest, because there's some people who are like, oh, I fucking love Call of Duty, and people are like, oh, you're fucking you're stupid,
Go suck a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
I think they're talking about, when one of those female commentators gets on and she's, wearing a bikini and selling her underwear on eBay.
So they're discouraging people who are using sex to sell things because they don't approve of that kind of bullshit.
I mean, yeah, but I guess it does happen. I've seen it happen to women just in
Oh,
general.
I'm sure it has. I don't know that it happens to every single one.
Sex sells to both men and women. I mean, sex is a part of the human.
Oh yeah, people get accused of being posers all the
They're
time.
affected by it. Sorry.
Go to any YouTube comment section under a metal video, and the word poser gets thrown around like and or but.
Yeah. Let's see, number 6. I can look at practically any gaming review site, show, blog, or magazine and see the voices of people of my own gender widely represented.
You can also see
women are overrepresented in the media for video games. If you were to look at a fair percentage representation, there are probably more women than there are, or more percentage of women in media for gaming than actually play video games.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you also go to those sites and actually read the articles or even the titles of the articles, you'll know that a good percentage of those are, people complaining about this very thing. It's not like the gaming media is against you.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's not like they're actively discouraging women.
Mm-hmm. So basically, there isn't a big to-do. This whole thing is about, the voices of their own gender not being represented. It's like I've heard nothing but the voices of these people lately.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, really. Well, this particular group of political dissidents, yeah, but it's silly. Let's see, number 7. When I go to a gaming event or convention, I can be relatively certain that I won't be harassed, groped, propositioned, or catcalled by total strangers. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say that whoever wrote that has never been to a convention, because you're going to be groped regardless of gender. You're probably going to be propositioned as well, unless you're a really creepy-looking bastard.
I've never been to one, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, me neither.
You'll definitely get a lot of
these. It seems like a lot of these on the list just rely on the fact that there are less women gamers than men.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's not like gaming discourages women. I think it's more a lot of women just aren't as interested in gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
does that
I
mean
force
that it would
them
be
to
nice to
be.
have some different kind of games out? Sure, more games the better, but it's not. It's nothing to do with the culture.
Oh no. That's not a problem with gaming culture. Even assuming that does happen, that's you know,
That's a problem with assholes.
yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
younger guys. It's mostly like 12 and 13-year-old dudes that are like in that
Oh,
group that
yeah.
are like, oh, fucking girls are dumb. It's like, well, yeah, it's gaming and everything
By the
in
way,
life.
Those people don't represent the gaming community.
Oh yeah,
Well, sadly they
anymore.
do.
no, not anymore.
No, I mean think about it. No. If you go to things like conventions, you are still representing the community. Like whether you like it or not,
But they don't represent the bulk of the community. The bulk of the community is now past like 20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gaming has definitely moved on to like
Yeah.
to an
I'm
adult.
talking about like percentage. Like I get what you're saying. Like they are gamers, so therefore they are part of the community.
It's more.
I'm just
It's
saying,
more
like,
like
you know.
it's
Yeah,
more
but
like
that's
understanding
like saying
that.
because we're all Americans, we're all on the same side doing the same thing. It's like that's obviously not true. It's
Yeah.
like just because
But
we
there's
share one
I'll
label
give
in
the angle
common
that like
doesn't
they're
mean they represent the rest of the people that
But
have.
if
that
one
same
person
label.
who is giving your example, if one person who's American fucks up and does something stupid in another country,
That's
they gonna
not
blame
on
that
all
one?
Americans.
But there's a lot of people that are going to go short-sighted on it and see.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of
And
people
that's
who
the
are
very
very
definition-
do that.
That's
And-
the very definition of prejudice and bigotry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's having people understand. It's like yes, there are people who we as gamers are. It's such a huge community. The gaming community is so huge by now.
Yeah.
Because it's starting to get older
And
and
we don't control who joins the community either.
Exactly. It's
It's
just
like
kind of understanding.
Whoever
the vibe.
decides they want a game is part of the community, like de facto.
Yeah, it's
Even
not exactly a lot of
psychopaths.
requirements to join the club.
And murderers.
Well, yeah, that's sort of like goes along with like a lot of mass shooters have spoons as well as TVs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those are stuff that's in every house at this point. Like everybody has a TV. Lots of like the majority of households probably have some sort of gaming.
They all breathe
And you know what
oxygen,
I also bet they have is a Bible.
too.
Yeah.
Ooh, ouch.
Don't allow them to sell Bibles, you guys.
True.
So
Oh,
here's
but I
what
love those little Bible guys.
the Bible says.
If you like that idea, I have something to show you after we finish this bullcrap.
We're only
Okay.
going to go to 10. I think we'll just go to 10, and then if we want,
Alright.
we can go back to more of it next week. But otherwise, I don't want to get too repetitive because these are all kind of similar. I will never be asked or expected to speak for all other gamers who share my gender. That may be the most ironic one on the list because this is literally doing just that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, literally, this is like, well, all men speak for all male gamers.
Yep.
Okay, that's not true.
As we probably just talked about, bashing people or being assholes in our community.
Yeah.
Who are probably
Well, I mean,
guys.
it's super funny. Essentially, this is basically saying that any 13-year-old prick who plays games and decides to like harass some girl is representative of all the people that are male who play games. Like,
Sorry,
which
I
is
got
literally what
distracted
they
by
complained
classes
about.
being like.
Yeah, and that would be like saying
Oh,
that.
I couldn't see it. Darn it.
It would be like
you
saying
suck.
that Anita Sarkeesian represents all females in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dating community, and I know girls that are like, that's certainly not true. So, ouch.
Oh man, I like number
It
9.
hurts.
I can be sure that my gaming performance, good or bad, won't be attributed to or reflect on my gender as a whole.
Bullshit.
Like, absolutely, it will. There will be lots of people who will be like, "You're not a real man because
Yeah.
you didn't fucking win the game."
You've got a vagina between your legs.
Yeah, all sorts of
Good
crap.
job.
Oh, jeez.
That's just like that's a societal issue. More
I
than,
specifically remember being asked by an 8-year-old if my balls had dropped yet. So,
hey,
That-
have your balls
that
dropped
is-
yet?
yeah,
That is a
exactly.
great
It was very
representation
high
of what we
pitched.
have to deal with. Everyone has to deal with. It's just
Oh
the fuck
man,
is that?
I'm sure there's chicks that are like, I've had chicks question my masculinity. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, every
See.
day of my life.
10. My gaming ability, attitude, feelings, or capability will never be called into question based on unrelated natural biological functions. That's a word salad. I don't know that actually says anything.
Oh no, it says
Like
what the
gaining
last it says what the
ability
last one says. Like
will be
they're
called
out of
into question
ideas, so they just
based on you
decided.
taking a shit
No, it doesn't. Natural biological functions are like peeing and pooping and eating and breathing
and having a baby.
Nothing to do with
You
gender
can't be playing
whatsoever.
Halo if you're busy delivering a baby, okay?
Hey, I dispute that claim.
Figure
You're
it out.
talking about periods.
And other
That's
natural
what I'm talking
biological
about.
functions for females include cooking and cleaning. Okay?
For invalidating this
Figure it
entire
out.
conversation. No,
Good
no,
job,
I figured it out. Number 10 is they're talking
go
about
too far
periods.
again.
They're saying like, oh, you're just playing like a bitch because you're on your period or something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
They wrote it in a really stupid fucking way. Like, is saying because of
Oh,
menstrual
I
playing,
wish.
you're
I
playing
wish
terribly
really?
because you got diarrhea.
I saw the most
Yeah,
terribly written ESPN article this week. I gotta find it while somebody else is presenting and show that because it's a piece of work, man.
Well, I think that was number 10. I'm pretty good on
Alright,
that. We can
So
continue. We'll continue to discuss.
Here are some other things to get you mad. Let's see.
Yay. I love getting mad.
So
Sure.
Holy
here's
shit.
a petition to withdraw Grand Theft Auto 5 from Target in Australia.
Encourages sexual violence. Okay.
Oh yeah, encourages sexual violence. You know, they get the option to punch women. You know,
Oh, so
Not-
women
not-
should just have like invisible barriers around them, protecting them from all
yeah,
harm.
definitely, because that's not
Because
misogynistic.
that's not degrading towards women.
Killing with a machete, Jesus, that's
Can you do all this to dogs and
A backward guns.
males in the game?
apparently you can, but we're gonna ignore that because that's not. Oh,
Huh.
because we have to call it misogynistic down here.
Yeah.
Misogynistic GTA 5, and I don't know. This is like trying to ban Colbert because he's a dangerous. He's a dangerous rightist kook. You know, it's satire. If you don't, I'm sorry if you didn't get it the first time, but just admit your mistake and move on. So yeah.
Wait a minute. Why is GTA 5 against women? It's against everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. But
Yeah,
because you
I
can kill
think
women,
it's just
you cannot-
against being civilized. I think
So,
that's what the whole point of that game is.
So in response,
If you want it to be.
this masterpiece popped up. Withdraw the Holy Bible.
I mean,
Oh
it
god.
does
So
encourage a lot of violence.
So in the same way that those last guys are trying to get, vendors in Australia to withdraw GTA, they're saying, well, this is a bit more. This caused a bit more violence towards women than
GTA ain't got shit on the Holy Bible.
exactly. And I thought this was a really good point. I'm going to bring this up immediately next time a censorship argument like this comes up.
Yay, censorship. Censorship
Bible,
always
ban
works
the
on the
Bible.
internet. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
That ever since the internet came out, censorship works every time.
Oh yeah, people respond really well to it. So I've already
Yeah.
signed it, but I suggest you guys do your part.
Good lord.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That just blows my mind. Like, why would you think that Target's going to withdraw one of the most successful
Oh,
games
they actually
ever made?
in Australia they did. Target
Are you
and
fucking
Kmart
kidding
both
me?
did.
What?
Yep.
Oh, that's such fucking horseshit.
I
get
mean, I'm
everything
sure it's only
digital
going to be
now,
for a
day
few
one.
months, but
But
yeah,
maybe not in Australia.
like there,
I don't know.
yeah, there are so many other vendors that are carrying this. Target's
Yeah.
only gonna screw
gonna
themselves
lose
in the
money.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But they're still gonna carry the Bible.
They are free
has-
to do that.
And they cite
They're free to
specific,
make
like
dumb
very
decisions.
specific passages here. And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaneth her father. She shall be burnt with fire.
Because punishments that one person commit can be transferred to other people.
Yeah, this is kind of like
Yeah.
I really like this
Why
argument
Jesus
because
died for your sins. Ta-da.
Well, doesn't
Isn't that what Franklin
the
did?
but I
the
really
Bible
like
has
this
stoning
argument.
in it too, right?
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I have
Yeah, like
one.
it's not the only.
Aspect.
I'm
This
the
is
Bible.
probably much more violent than you'll ever get in GTA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like at one point, one guy's going to cut his kid in half because God
Yeah.
told him to. If I remember
I
I
correctly.
mean, it encourages slavery.
Oh yeah, yeah. It tells you
Yeah,
how to free your
exactly
slaves.
How far you can beat them until it's considered bad
Oh God,
slavery.
I can't wait for somebody to challenge me on censorship, just for
Challenge
this
it.
reason, so I can just so I can do this. I might
Do
beat
it, pussy.
Yeah, do it. Challenge.
Bring it on!
Dare you?
I'm ready.
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Yeah,
I have a genius argument in my back pocket, and I'm not afraid to use it.
the switchblade.
Yeah. All right, so there we go.
And it has engraved on the side "Genius Argument."
Oh, so did you guys know there's an Islamic anti-feminist website?
Yay!
Oh,
Finally.
what's that?
Something for everybody.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. It's literally just they're like, we cannot have these women, pushing feminist ideals in Islam. It's like that's one of those ones where it's like, like pretty legit. Like, yeah, those feminists are being fucking.
Yeah, now all we need is an
It's not the
anti-Islamic
same
feminist website.
feminist ideas that we've been talking about. Like, we're underrepresented in gaming, and it's all against it. It's like, we're not allowed to drive or leave the house without a chaperone.
Or show our entire face. 'Cause they
Yeah,
can
or
literally
show
what is it,
more
like just the
part of our
eyes.
body.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's some real shit right there.
Poor of them, not allowed to show their entire
Rocks
face. They
thrown
don't know
at
what
my
they're
face
missing out
until
on.
I'm dead.
Yeah, that's a group of feminists that actually needs help. Like,
Yeah.
we should be sending them like money and fucking guns. You know what I mean? Although we don't want to train them too much because then at a certain point,
They're going to turn on us, and then we're going to have to go back in and then give somebody else guns, and then just keep the cycle going.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Install a new leader.
So, yeah, does anybody else have anything, or is that a wrap? Good job, you guys. Let's call it
Good job.
a
Good show. Yeah.
So,
Thanks for joining
anyway.
I have classes future.
oh
What?
God, see this.
This is something that I think eventually we will be seeing class.
Are you psychic?
Can you see into the future?
So here
Is
we
it
go.
dead?
Exclusive. Evil body snatcher dug up my little girl's murdered body, mummified her corpse, and taunted me for 10 years.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry.
This is the worst story.
It's like the worst fucking thing you could do.
What? It's like some shit out of a movie.
I don't know how accurate this site is because it's like the Mail, Daily Mail from the UK,
dude.
which is.
Was it Hitler? Was it Hitler, and did he rape the dead baby?
So essentially, like, I guess her
Because
daughter was murdered,
that could be a
and this dude took her corpse afterwards. He didn't kill her, but he dug it up and then made it
Dug
into
up her
a
body.
doll. And if you look at the guy's face, he looks like a guy that would do that.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah.
to be stabbed in the
Oh,
face.
good lord.
This
Okay.
is a little disturbing.
So,
Yeah,
looks like you got some weekend plans now. Thanks, Dab.
I like how they have like a whole tableau of pictures of like little girls at the end. That's
Yeah,
just really fucking.
That's
creepy.
probably the link in the
that
article.
creepy mud.
Like,
Go back down. Go back.
Oh, back
This is
down
the
to
way
that
to
guy?
end
in all
it.
likelihood, the article's about
Ugh.
500 words, but they just needed something to make it look long and scholarly or whatever.
Yeah, I just thought I would share that because I'm like, this is class's future career.
Wow.
Yeah, I definitely see that I have a future in that.
That
Thank
may
you.
be worse than the fall of the House of Usher.
I didn't read the whole article.
You know,
It started to get really
And
gross.
ever.
The other thing I could do, especially with this cool mask I have, is start a militia gang and or a militia or a mercenary gang.
Again.
Yeah, so in Ferguson, you know how they've had all that rioting.
Ah.
A bunch of guys. I'll read this. A group of Ferguson residents who happen to have dark skin, armed with pistols and AR-15 rifles, descended upon a business which happened to be owned by a person with light skin. Ooh.
True.
I like the reasoning behind it. They were like, yeah, a lot of us have worked here or do work here, and we don't want this place gone because we like it, and the guy's cool.
So they stood outside of his business and basically guarded it from the rioters and looters.
Destroying the
They didn't want to lose their
business
jobs.
where this happened isn't fucking helping anybody or anything.
Oh, but it's fun though, and we get free stuff.
I don't understand. I don't understand the reason. It's like you want to take your
It's a
protest
valve.
to the people in charge that like made the decision you don't agree with. Not
Wait,
we don't
put this
agree with
on?
the decision, so let's go destroy this gas station over here. Like
Oh, there
that,
we go.
like that doesn't make any sense. The dude that owns the gas station didn't do shit.
It's literally just like what do you call it? No, man, I'm not going to use that app. I'm not that dumb. I trust you to a point, but the drawing app, I don't believe you. It's just gonna be a penis.
We need dicks. Come on. Dicks.
We don't have no dicks.
No, we shouldn't get into that. That's evil and against God.
That's true.
Oh man, no. What is it? I lost it. It's essentially it's a valve. Okay, like people get to a certain amount of anger. Oops, I didn't realize it's flood classes like that. People get to a certain amount of like anger, and they just have to let it out somewhere, and it just gets destructive and on whatever's nearby.
Yeah, but go destroy the stuff that pissed you off.
It's like a bigger version of punching your wall because you're really angry when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like they get so mad they just have to go out and fucking hit something, and it turns into
I wouldn't be against them if they like went after Walmarts and those big chain stores, but they just went after small businesses here. It seems like places that aren't too bad or destructive or influential.
Yeah, exactly.
Or treat their employees awfully, step all over them, leave them homeless, and then have food drives so they can eat maybe.
Yeah. So we'll have a food drive so our employees can eat while we're one of the biggest fucking corporations in the world.
Oh yeah, that Sam Walmart family, they're pretty loaded. I'm thinking about marrying in there, then killing until my son's the heir. Then when I die, I can take over as him.
Okay. Have you been playing Crusader Kings 2 lately?
Too much of it. I have a problem,
Okay.
Mike.
I think
I can tell.
problem.
I can tell. I'm not arguing
The way
with
you
that.
said that and leaned towards the camera proves that.
I have a problem.
I'm just kind of hoping he's not slothful and arbitrary. That would be an awful heir to have.
Can you just kill him and get a new one?
Yeah, I could kill him and go with my second son, but
See, there you go.
It's tough because in the last patch the devs took away the ability to kill your own kids, which is awful. Which is awful, right?
You can't kill your own kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
That's a God-given right.
I know. So I'm like send him off into battle with an army stack of 1 or something. I don't know, and hope he dies.
Yeah, unofficially.
Some kind of dirty trick to get him dead, or wait for somebody to plot to kill him. And
It's like you were giving him a chance to prove himself. You believed in his abilities.
and he died while commanding no men out on a flank of his own.
You set him to fight the Persian army.
Yeah.
Get him.
All by himself. Like the good father that you are.
I'm still thinking at some point class is going to start a militia. I'm a little concerned.
I wish I had a toy gun so I could, or maybe a real gun so I could actually start the militia gang. And not
Like any minute he's just going to lecture us on our sovereign citizenry, or something. Like, I just want you all to remember that you're all sovereign
this government
citizens of
and
the
this
United
government,
States.
they promise to be on the gold standard, but they're not.
God damn it.
And this Obama Muslim,
True.
Barack Hussein Obama. I'll save my rant and my spiraling into insanity for the end of the podcast. I think that would be a good finale.
Well, there you go.
Hey.
Just go off on a rant.
Save
Oh,
the
what was
spiral.
this thing? I think I already talked with class about it, but there was a thing called Rhythmo at some point. It was like an art thing.
Rhythm. Oh.
I have to
Sorry.
get a drink.
And it was performed between 1973 and 1974. So this is kind of an old thing.
What?
But essentially it was a woman got on a stage and then allowed herself to be manipulated by the public in any way they chose using a range of objects laid on the table, such as grooming tools, food, and weapons.
Okay.
And then it ended with her... no.
Okay.
It did end with her holding a loaded gun against her own head with tears in her eyes and her blouse pulled open to expose her breasts and bleeding from a head wound.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Jesus.
Yeah, you did tell me about this.
Yeah, I did
So
tell
what
her
we're
about
learning
that.
is humans are evil and stupid.
and I just want to disagree
things
that
for
that's
money.
art. I'm not going to say that that's art. I don't. Agree
I said it was art. I said it was expressive, so it's art.
Dude, anything.
I
can be
don't-
art.
I don't
Yeah,
agree with
that's
that.
what I said.
No, that's not really art. That's
Yeah,
like
it is.
the
I mean, it's
essentially.
stupid. It's
just,
frivolous.
horrible,
it's
terrible,
awful.
fucked
Yeah.
up art.
It's mental illness on display.
Yeah.
There's nothing
It's
artistic
expressive,
about
though.
it. It's somebody who has a sickness that needs help, and then everybody was just like, let's poke at it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, bear baiting
Terrible.
isn't art either.
Hey, but
I mean,
if they say it's an art, then it's an art.
Anything is an art. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. No,
It's,
that's not
it's
art.
yeah, the meaning of art is just kind of diluted. I'll say that.
Hey,
Like
sometimes I fart and
I
it's artistic.
I
I mean,
think
it's just
I sent Stabby
As long
immediately
as you
to
present something as art, then it's art.
No, there has to be some sort of creative
I,
function to it. I'll even take the light
Hey,
bulb
that
and
was
and the
creative.
brick.
They
yeah,
drove
that
her
was
to the
creative.
brink.
It was expressive. And creative is pretty subjective. Like
Yeah.
I don't think PewDiePie's videos are very creative, but some people find
you
them
hear that,
Oh
awesome.
man.
PewDiePie? If you ever
And
actually
you know
get
what
to
was
listen to
funny
this.
is South Park just did an episode on and that I just watched. And they basically, well, he was kind of like a guest star there. I don't really know what arrangement they had, but he actually appeared on it as a voice, and his face was like in the corner or whatever. And but the whole episode they just kind of made fun of him. It was pretty funny.
The whole episode they made fun of PewDiePie,
Yeah, and like the whole idea
and
of
they're still
watching
alive.
somebody play a video game.
They didn't get like slaughtered by like billions of like 12-year-olds.
No, their parents would give them a ride to the South Park studios.
I just picture like the 12-year-olds like attacking the studios and just tearing apart everyone
12-year-olds
inside.
rise up.
Yeah, but you know,
Civilization.
they'd have to get mommy and daddy to give them a ride, and they couldn't.
Oh yeah,
couldn't popcorn.
We're talking about an orgy of blood
Aw.
here, okay? They will
that
drive
is a fair
themselves.
point, sir.
Can you
Yes.
take me to see PewDiePie and go murder some fools?
Yeah, so Cartman starts. He sees the success PewDiePie has, and he starts his own thing called Cartman Bra or something, where he commentates on people commentating on things. His first video happened to be of Kyle was ranting about PewDiePie and how like backwards it is to watch somebody play video games when you could be playing them yourself. And so Cartman would put himself up in his little thought bubble up in the corner right here and say, and like commentate on things as Kyle was commentating. So Kyle would say, "Oh yeah, you know what's blah 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 blah," and Cartman would say, "Ah, look, yeah, there's a Jew over there." Like Kyle was, and
Oh
then
man.
after every time he would make fun of somebody, it would cut to this. It would cut to him saying "Cartman brah" and doing like the typical PewDiePie spazzing out and losing himself.
Someone should take a clip of that and do like a pop-up video thing and provide even more commentary on top of it. Then they can
Oh,
upload
man.
that to
And you know
YouTube
what's funny? I
and
think
put comments on.
I think South Park Studios already like the two creators of South Park already do commentary after like a year or two after each season airs. So
Yeah.
when that comes out,
Oh yeah.
that'll be pretty quality.
That's like breaking the eighth wall or something.
Yeah.
Well, what you do is you get somebody to take that video and narrate the action. Like a lot of gaming channels that just narrate what's going on, and now I'm going to do this. Oh it's I'm doing this, and
Mhm.
it's
Or
like
if
terrible
you're-
in that
if
regard.
you're
And
PewDiePie,
then
you just
overrun
scream.
commentary on the narration. Eventually, there'll be like 50 screens, and you won't even be able to see what the original is. It'll
You know what we
just
should
be
do? You know what would be funny is if like all the YouTubers got together and played a game of like telephone where they each commentate on an episode and then they commentate on that commentary and then they see by the end like what that ended up as after like 50
Oh,
people
God.
commented on
I
it.
know.
Giant chain reaction of comments.
It'll just
Yeah.
be some dude shitting on a fucking piece of paper.
Maybe he'd end up with a gunshot wound.
That will break
there
the
you go.
internet.
He just ended up like this with a blood dripping down his face.
No, I think it'll literally just be some dude shitting on a piece of paper, and you'll just like see ass cheeks, and then fucking just a log dropping across the screen.
Itchy,
And flop.
itchy in here.
Because that's essentially what YouTube eventually, I feel, distills down to. It's just shit.
Pretty
Depends
much,
how
yeah.
deep into the darkness of YouTube you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
it gets dark. There's some weird stuff on
There's
YouTube.
some cream of the shit crop. But
Yeah. That's the nasty chunks you don't want to talk about kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of feet videos, too.
Hmm.
Like, a lot of people are really into feet, I guess. And since that's not technically pornographic, there's a lot of it on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of odd, because if you think about it, like, wouldn't you get more money by making it like a pay-for porn site or something? Like, I would think, I guess. I mean, maybe
Yes.
people just get off on it,
Yes, but you wouldn't get as many people because you have to pay for it. Like, there's so much free content out there.
Yeah.
You just lose money by charging.
Porn. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, class has to get up and like make sure that the prisoners aren't able to make too much noise.
Quiet down there.
I'm parched in here. I had to get a drink of water. It is
Oh,
like, it's like
so
a
you were
little.
like hiding your face while you're like,
Yeah.
nope.
I wouldn't want to be indecent.
You need to get a straw
When-
at some point.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my husband to find out that I've been showing the bottom of my face.
What's underneath of the mask is actually way more horrifying than what the mask is.
Oh, more than
So,
anything else. Oh, we don't have any viewers this time, by the way. It's just me watching us,
Oh
apparently.
no.
So
we're not gonna
with no comments.
No ball gaggling today.
Yeah.
Oh, no ball cackling today.
Yeah.
Well, we could do that. We could do that anyways. I mean,
Wanted
you know,
to go
we don't
balls
have
deep.
to have someone watching.
I mean, I
No.
And then we can all take turns showing our feet. Yeah.
Oh, well, see, two of you guys are sissies with no cameras.
Oh,
Class
hey.
immediately pulls his foot up. God damn it.
You sir can kiss my ass.
He is on call.
You know, your camera might actually work with the Google Hangouts better than it did with Skype. Skype is a little heavier when it comes to like resources.
Yeah, and I hate the new layout. I like that there's, the speech bubbles in the new layout because that just makes it easier to see what you said versus what other people said, but
Yeah,
everything else I hate about it.
It took me forever to figure out that that's what that was. I was just like, why am I always just responded and never like the main talker? I feel bad.
I'm forcing my words on other people.
It was awful. I was like, I'm like second best because I'm always the comment to the right.
You're in the lower class.
Get used to
You're
it.
you're a second class Skyper.
Ooh.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Have you upgraded to Skype Premium yet?
Skype Premium? I haven't. What is Skype Premium? Does it even matter?
Sure it does. I guess. I don't know.
Like
Buy more
something that
stuff.
nobody really wants to pay for. It just kind of sits there and gets lonely by itself.
Yeah, pretty much. Poor bastards.
Yeah.
And then, what can't you do? Like, I think it's like you can buy like time of Skype Premium. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you don't.
Yeah,
You
it's
need a
like
subscriber.
you
You
can
just
phone
buy like
calls.
an hour of it or 2 hours of it or something.
So you can
Yeah.
make phone calls or something, but nobody does that. Nobody
Oh
wants
yeah, because phones exist.
that. Yeah.
Um,
You know, actually, I've been hearing that flip phones have been coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise
Like,
me.
you know how people always have to follow celebrities everywhere? Apparently a bunch of them are starting to use flip
do they
phones
have
again.
to?
Yes, they do. They have to hide in people's bushes and then in the toilets. I don't know why.
Paparazzi.
Literally
Since Class
popping
is
them.
playing with his phone, we'll make him the main
Well,
screen.
I'm playing Trivia Crack, which is this trivia
Oh.
game that I'm good at because I played a lot of Crusader Kings 2. Hey, who played Michelle on Full House?
Oh,
Michelle? I don't know.
Yeah.
Some girl. She's probably
Mary
blonde.
Kate and Ashley Olsen? Yeah, it was.
I don't remember because I'm just inherently biased against women
Oh, good.
Oh, that's right.
as a male gamer.
Oh, come on, I got another
You are a
entertainment one.
representative sexist.
Bollywood describes the Indian
Well,
film
I think
industry.
Classic works as the representative racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the token minority, so 2 in
Oh.
1.
It's awesome. And then
Oh man, let's hope we never have a horror movie out of this because you're the first one down, man. Nothing personal, just like I'm the second one because I'm the fat guy. So I mean, come on. Worst
all right,
one.
Mike, it's you and me, man.
Yay.
It's you and me against a
You know
movie.
how I lose every game we play?
Okay, I guess then I win.
Yeah, so you're by yourself. My recommendation is get a bow and an arrow.
So always get a bow and arrow.
Yeah, that's your thing.
This just turned into the Hunger Games then?
So let me read this little thing to you guys. I thought this was pretty funny.
Islamo feminist.
Reclaiming Islam from the Islamofeminists. This is a WordPress blog or something. This site is a
Whoa.
pushback against the
So
feminist
the
ideological
Islamo feminists have
encroachments.
won?
I don't know.
That's what, okay.
We have witnessed against Muslims in the West. These ideological encroachments have destroyed marriages and made it difficult for singles to find suitable mates.
True.
Far too many Muslim women have adopted who have adopted this alien ideology to the point where we are overrun with these spoiled narcissists who try to use our dean to justify their anti-Islamic feminism. The women have become Islamofeminists who make all types of demands upon the men husbands and think that nothing is required of them in return. Let's see.
Probably, if you've been oppressed for, like, you know, your entire life, you probably do deserve some shit and not anything to be given in return.
Let's see. Here at blah, 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 after much discussion among ourselves, we are throwing down the gauntlet and pushing back against this ugly onslaught because we know that there are more Muslim men out there who feel the same way.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
We hear story after story from brother after brother complaining about the entitled princess attitude of their wives or from the pool of women from which they are searching for a spouse.
Terrible.
The result of Muslim
What fucking
speakers...
universe are they living in?
Clearly not this one, dude.
Yeah, the one thing that kind of just baffles me is there's some numbnut on the other side who wrote this.
And it's
It's in there going like, typing, going,
love
yeah, I'm really making a statement here.
Oh, absolutely.
And they will cut your head off.
That's just,
creepy,
that fries my brain. Like that hurts.
Here we go. The result of Muslim speakers overboosting the self-esteem of Muslim girls, along with them adopting feminism, has been to produce a generation of women hell-bent on seeing themselves as Allah's gift to men in and of themselves.
Okay.
Terrible entitlement.
I'm just going to say right here now, I don't think we have to worry about over-boosting the self-esteem of Muslim girls. I don't think we're in danger of doing that.
We hear Allah Dulillah, or whatever the hell that word is. I probably mispronounced the shit out of it. Like, I'm sorry if you're an Arabic speaker and you're like, Jesus, what are you doing?
Yeah, peace be upon him.
Our dean has shown us a roadmap out of this morass. We only need to follow it. With Allah's permission, this small project will serve as a guide to spark the renewal of a long-lost talk of manhood amongst Muslim men.
What?
I want to see if there's comments. I mean,
I do like more ass. That's always good.
We can't see if there's comments. We can't read them. That's
Probably because this would be destroyed in a second.
Oh, yeah, no. The entire thing would just literally be like people like, go to hell.
It's one giant flame war.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it could be the kind of site that has like a really bad cult following, so all the comments will be extremely positive and non-confrontational, and the ones that are get deleted.
Oh yeah, likely the guy has control over what comments stay. That's a good point.
Oh yeah, these sites are always heavily monitored, heavily
like Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
I would like to also point out at this juncture that it's interesting how also a lot of social justice warriors block comments on their videos and blogs. Wonder if there might be some similarities there.
I just think that goes with any extremist site. You know, they don't want to hear the other side, and part of the reason that they are extremists is that they started this censorship in the first place. You know, they didn't get somebody to tell them that their shit stinks.
Yeah.
When their ideas are bad, and just
oftentimes it's their response to being censored by someone else. It's like, well, this person was a douchebag, so I'm going to be a douchebag in return to even out the odds.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yay, now we have two douchebags instead of just one.
Two douchebags.
Double douchebags.
No, as I said, to be fair, there's plenty of like men's rights activists that are just as bad. Like it's
definitely
potato, you know, the same damn thing.
They're definitely two sides of the same coin. People try and make the argument that MRIs are different for one reason or another, either positively or negatively, but it's BS. They're exactly the same. Just arguing slightly different things.
How about human rights activists? Like, why does it have to be dependent on genitalia at all? It's
you need to learn yourself on the history of feminism. That's misogynistic, Mike.
You gotta get yourself some learning.
We live in a crotch-centric society.
Learning.
You gotta start yourself some of that book reading, boy.
Book reading.
No, sir, make that face again. Like, point towards the camera and just like look straight at it, dead on. That's just like some scary shit. It's the mask. It's
It's intimidating, I'll say
We
that.
got that for Halloween.
You should wear that to school and to like corner stores.
Okay, no, you shouldn't do that.
Onto airplanes,
I'm pretty sure you'll be shot
actor
off
Next time you go to the
runaways,
post office.
I mean,
yeah, just mail this out Saudi Arabia, please.
Do not buy Skittles.
no,
Yeah,
I
Fill
got
out
a
powdered
bunch
sugar
of
and nothing else in the envelope.
yeah. I got some letters for all the capitals of this nation. I mean, they all have this nice white powder in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, my state congressman.
Just be sure to reach for the packages very slowly.
Hmm.
And
And
do
it's
not
really
drop
important
them.
that you
around the
don't
edges.
tilt this in any way. It just has to stay like level perfectly, if possible.
Hmm.
Do you have a
If you
sticker
drop
for
it,
that?
I would say run. Have about 5 seconds.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting. I'm waiting to see someone kick in the door. I want to see that. I'm
Like
waiting-
any minute now, the FBI is
any
gonna show up
second,
and be
they're
like,
just
get
gonna
down on the
there we
ground.
go. Oh no!
NSA is gonna tase me.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Oh, that's my favorite part of every police show and video is when they break out the
Where they
taser.
tase like a 60-year-old
yeah.
lady for like 20
Oh,
minutes.
God.
It's like, why?
Stop resisting! Stop
Yeah.
resisting!
Right,
He's,
any
he's convulsing.
tasing
He
is
must be
good.
resisting.
My
Any
leg is
tasing
twitching.
after-
Please stop.
Oh man.
It's like, what
Well,
are
and
they
it's
not
always funny
understanding
because-
about recordings. It's like everything's recorded now. Hello.
Well, that was one of the pushes after Ferguson that the victim's family was pushing for. They were like, let's start really pushing for body cameras on all officers.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I kind of agree because that
Fucking Christ, yes, I've been asking for that for the last 10 fucking years. Please.
yeah, I mean, it
Fucking
puts
body
like,
cameras.
GoPro's a relatively cheap camera. It's small and it's cheap. You know, you can keep it on the officers, and it's not gonna hinder them from being able to carry out their duties, and
Yeah.
it'll show when they're
I guarantee they'll
nah.
make an argument that it does.
it'll be twofold. It'll prevent them from corrupt actions. It'll show when they're being corrupt, but it'll also show when
protect
people are
them.
lying about police brutality and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'll also protect them.
You know?
There's
Like,
actually
It will serve the truth no matter what that happens to be.
yeah.
and I was
There's people like you watch
reading
cops and you actually see them slam their own head on the fucking door of the car on camera,
and
and then
I
be like,
don't.
"You guys beat me up. Why do you guys have to hit me so fucking hard?" And it's like, "No, dude, you're on camera." You know, like.
And I can't stand the argument that this is too expensive and we can't afford this, blah blah blah. That I don't know why people can't see the obvious long-term benefits of having this in.
Lawsuits that literally would not exist if that was
Definitely.
going on.
Yeah, it's a complete change, a game changer, whatever.
Yeah. There's
When-
actually there's one department, sadly only one department that I've come across reading articles about body cameras for officers that they have issued all their officers to wear them. And
Yeah.
they did see a good increase or a good decrease in I guess brutality or any sort of complaint in that nature. And they did say it can partially be for the people not could be for people not the officers not overstepping, but then also it's people getting caught on camera so they don't start shit or they can't argue anymore. So it actually does work.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
So
I was just watching a
it's not
documentary
gonna
the
get
other
any
day
worse.
about the police up
Shoot
in
the new black
Norway
guy.
and Sweden and the Scandinavian countries, and how nice they are to people and how little trouble they come across. And the point of the documentary was an LA police officer went up there to kind of exchange ideas and stuff. He was a chief or what I don't know the rankings.
He kept making fun of him, though. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty ridiculous. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we had a shooting last week. They haven't had a shooting in years." It's like, that's a really good thing.
Yeah,
like,
he
that's
was-
positive.
Fucking moron.
I mean, I don't know what you really, in his defense, I don't know what you really say at this point. You can't trash your home country. That's just, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. But
America.
I would be like, well, how the fuck did you guys manage to not have shootings with the police for a year and a half or something. You know, like
Yeah, it's
what
probably
is
because
it?
they
Let's
just
figure
don't
this
have
out.
guns in the first place. But America is not that way.
No,
We'll
a lot
never
of those
not have
places they
guns.
absolutely have guns.
I know Switzerland is like one of the only European countries to just have tons of guns. They're pretty much America, and they don't have a lot of shootings.
But there's a lot of those Norwegian countries have like enforced military service, and then every military person
No,
has
no,
a
no.
rifle with
That's
bullets.
Switzerland. They after your 2 years of military service,
I thought that was
you
Norway
get.
as well.
It could be Norway, but I know as a fact Switzerland does. You get a gun for
I'm gonna
defense.
look that up.
There's like, and I think part of their reasoning for giving people a gun is to make it difficult for foreign invasion because they're a small landlocked country and they're intent on being neutral in every war. So to defend that neutrality and defend not getting run over, you have to be strong and not easily somebody can't easily come in and storm your country and take it within 6 hours like Belgium or Norway, Sweden, one of those.
In other words, fuck Belgium, Norway, and Sweden.
Yeah, Denmark too. I'm looking at you, Denmark.
Some bitch.
Yeah, Norway has pretty much the same gun laws as the U.S. actually.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you can have rifles and shotguns and semi-automatics. And, you can't have fully automatics. The one difference would be there's a lot of caliber restrictions on like handguns. You can't have like a super powerful like 500 handgun kind of thing.
That's just Nazi
ridiculous.
socialism.
So like
Socialist.
I was wrong about the rifle thing, but no, they have like a lot of hunters and stuff like that.
Hmm.
That's what I was going to say because a lot of those countries have a lot of hunting.
Oh yeah,
Because
and
it's like
fishing
in Alaska, the gun rules are drastically different.
and raiding too. Raiding is big up there. Just on my Crusader Kings experience, I've learned
God damn
Norwegians.
it.
It all goes back
Love
to
to
CK2,
Norwegians
the
love
worst
to just
team
descend
ever.
into France and storm the castles of Paris and Rennes.
Today's podcast brought to you by Crusader Kings 2.
By
If you
Paradox.
really want to kill your son, sorry, not this game.
And Pizza Hut and Rooster.
Not
Now
this
it's
game
like-
anymore.
50% less patricide or something.
10% less anal leakage.
Oh, anal leakage.
It's like Alaska has a lot of gun rules that are drastically different from the rest of the U.S. Like you're allowed to shoot your gun anywhere.
Like, all
As long as it's
2-year-olds
not
must
towards
be given a
people.
gun immediately.
Wow.
It also helps that there are only like 20 people up there. I think.
No, even
I
in
think,
like the big cities, you can just go out and shoot your
Oh,
gun
yeah.
as long as you're not
Yeah, I
shooting
think-
towards populated areas. That's all.
I think like Anchorage, Alaska has a pretty noticeably high crime rate though. I'm not sure why that is, but I remember reading that a while ago. Could be BS. That's just.
They have
Okay, for
problems
all
with
the
prostitution and weed because there's so few cops.
Oh, I see.
The amount of cops is ridiculously small. Like they'll have like 20 state troopers for the
Because
whole.
they were killed by all the
state.
blacks and Mexicans.
Like the whole state. There's also
So that sounds like quite a place to live.
there's a lot of like smuggling of booze because there's a lot of Inuit towns that don't allow liquor at all.
Oh, wow, they're
Yeah.
going that route.
Uh,
Yeah. But the other thing is like you can have a gun in your car. You can
Prohibition
have
works.
concealed weapons. You just have to declare it when the police pull you over. Like, if you get pulled over with a gun in your,
I got a gun.
you should be like, oh yeah, officer, I have a shotgun in the back or something, or I have a rifle in my holster. And they're
I
pretty
have a
much like,
pistol
okay
pointed
with you.
at you.
No, and that's extremely rare. Like police getting shot is extremely rare because everybody has guns.
Yeah, but it still happens. Like.
Well, yeah, but
everywhere else, yeah.
people get stabbed too wherever there's not
like a-
whatever.
It's like a frozen Wild West.
It really is.
Yeah, with Indians and white people that are trying to encroach on their land and alcohol troubles in the Indian
Yeah,
communities.
firewater.
Just like the
What is
Wild West.
the word that Inuits use to describe white people literally translates to like big nose.
Oh yeah, I heard
Hope
about that.
so. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I was watching a podcast with some dude that does a lot of hunting, like in
Yeah,
Alaska. He has a
that's funny.
show.
And it's funny because Indians have filthy hooked Jew noses.
That is true.
Oh my
Damn
God.
it! Why?
And
Uh,
their noses are art
I can't stop it.
at the same time.
I take a somewhat offense to
Hook-nosed
kind
Jew
of looking
art,
Jewish,
okay?
damn it.
Well, if you had a camera, we'd believe you, but well, apparently we
Hey,
can't
you've
believe
seen
you.
it before.
No, I
have,
know.
dude.
He's
Yeah, just
absolutely
that
right.
No, apparently I'm a very bald, awesome bearded man right here.
Dude, you
Yeah.
got a fucking cybernetic arm.
Metal arm.
Oh, yeah, the Cowboy Bebop character.
And I have
Yeah.
half a face. You know, I don't
The
go
one,
around
the one
bragging
of
about it.
the,
Ooh,
the one of
making
the
it that.
few
You're just making it
decent
worse.
anime ever made was
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop. Most anime is awful, but that one was actually decent.
I've
Oh, yeah.
I've tried to get into anime. Like
There's
I've
some
tried
good
to
ones.
watch Bleach, but there's like 400 episodes that I'd have to catch up on.
Don't.
And I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm not doing that.
Don't start one of those gigantic series.
Oh no, don't.
Find a
I'm not
short
gonna do
one.
that.
No, that's
Like my friends, they're trying to get through like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto or something, and that's just
That's
good
an
lord.
undertaking.
massive. Yeah,
That's an
they're gonna
adventure.
Yeah,
be.
anime you can just not watch because they're terrible. It's like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, pretty much any anime that's not Cowboy Bebop, really.
I like Bo. I'd like to think he's my soul animal, my spirit animal. Yeah.
Wow.
Who is
I think
it?
it was no.
reference.
It was 6 bows, then 8 bows, then 6 bows
No,
again.
dude, I know how to say it.
Oh,
You- Once you see a fucked up show like that, you never forget it.
You can't
What was it I
unsee.
saw?
no, I'm
was
sorry. It was 6 bows, then 4 bows.
Okay.
Then I'm sorry, 6 bows, then 1 bow, then a space, 2 bows,
52
4
episodes.
bows. You mean 53 episodes?
God damn.
And then fuck it, I give up.
Wait, I mean 51 episodes, like one less than you said. Whatever.
Yeah, take that.
Fight,
Math.
fight.
Wikipedia page pulled out.
Yeah, Wikipedia, the ultimate end to every argument, even though Wikipedia is not terribly accurate a lot of the time. Like, they're great for, like, if you're looking up who was in what movie or show, but they're not really
Yeah.
great for, like, real, like,
Actual
historical
history.
facts and stuff.
The whole thing about Wikipedia is you got to check the sources.
Yeah.
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 That's the
You
thing.
definitely got to look through and make
The
sure.
better.
I have had a history teacher say that like the articles on World War II and like history in general are pretty good. So if that means anything.
Yeah. If
But you
it's-
know, who needs those when you have Crusader Kings? I don't know. I don't need it.
create your own World War II.
God damn.
Live the dream.
Yeah, even go on a holy war. Just
Then assassinate your
great to
son.
Syria. Start chopping Muslim balls off, taking names.
Yay.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
I'm here to chop balls and chew bubblegum.
And I'm all out
out
of
of gum.
The definition of sexism and gender discrimination on Wiki is probably the most accurate I've seen.
It's a defining moment.
It literally just says it's, is the prejudice or discrimination based on a person's sex or gender.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
accurate. Oh, I'm
As
not
opposed to,
gonna-
like, there's a lot of them that add in, like, mainly women. It's like, no, that's not what the word means.
Yeah.
That would make
Like,
the word
don't-
in and of
don't
itself
inject your
sexist
ideology
against men.
into
And that
into
would
your definitions.
be ironic.
Now we know how much Class spends on his phone. Like,
I don't. I honestly don't. Like this is the first time I've done it because I just got this game and I'm good at it, kind
Uh-huh.
of. Except when I get like an entertainment or an art question, I never get those.
oh man, you have to shout those out. Like the worst podcast ever. We're just doing fucking
Damn it!
iPhones quizzes.
Worst
I
or
got
bad?
well. Good for you. I lost. Well, I got my question wrong. No, I haven't lost a full game yet, but I got my question wrong.
Hey, this
That was
could be
obviously
an
my fault.
this could be an
3-0.
easy mix-up of actual facts and news and shooting the shit. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. Come on.
All right. Well, I have one last story
Oh,
before we have a big moment of awkward silence.
No, I think that we're pretty much. We'll probably do your story and close it out. We're
Oh,
past
cool.
that hour mark.
Yeah.
So
we'll close it out with Class.
AT&T is really confused why a town is building a 1 gigabyte per second network when AT&T itself already offers 6 megabits DSL, which is what I had.
man.
Which is what I had, and I can assure you, I
Wow.
never, ever got 6. It was always like 1, at most 1.5.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You never
No.
get the full-
I'll
Yeah.
say one time I was scratching 3 barely, but it didn't last too long. It lasted about
Why?
a
Why
second.
would you want your internet to be almost 1,000 times
I
faster
don't know.
than what it is now?
Well, what bothers me is that they actually were able to file a legal injunction preventing the town from finishing doing it and offering it.
Hmm. Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
happens all the time. Every time a town is trying to build municipal fiber, some big ISP comes in there with their big fancy dancy city lawyers and shuts them down.
Yeah, like I want to know how the fuck the lawyer,
So,
like, how is that
they
legal for them to
basically
be
have a
like, no, you
monopoly.
can't have a competing business.
Money.
Yeah.
If you have enough money, anything's legal.
Legal
Yeah, I
monopoly.
guess.
Yeah.
Hey, this is
Yeah,
why
once you're
free
white
market.
enough,
this
the
is why you
world
need
is
to
at your feet.
support my quest into turning full white.
exactly.
You're gonna go Michael Jackson on us?
Oh man.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean,
That he was an example I didn't include in that slideshow, but he's a really a good example of
Well,
money.
he actually went white. Like he didn't just like get the money. He literally turned his skin white.
And I'm hoping that happens to me
Yeah.
once I get my 20
with
to 30 mil.
money.
Oh, dear God. Don't. Oh God, that is always the creepiest look when people literally bleach their skin. Because I think there's a lot of countries that do it.
He's gonna be so rich that he's gonna be glowing like a fucking alien. That's how white he's gonna be.
See, it's
He's gonna
already
be like an
happening.
angel.
It's already happening. Already.
Did you just bust a nut in your forehead?
Oh no,
Yes.
I have some handy Lubriderm.
Oh, you're talking to him. Never mind.
This podcast brought to you by
this
Lubriderm.
podcast just
Yeah.
went to an
Brought to you by
entirely
Lubriderm.
different place.
Be sure to
Alright,
lube
yeah.
up before every podcast.
You know, and
with
that
Lubriderm.
reminds me, we should end this right now. Goodbye, and I'll see you guys
Is
later.
that the descent into madness?
All right, this has been the Untitled Studios podcast number 5. Thank you for joining us.
Because we totally haven't done a bunch of ones that were never released.
No, that hasn't happened. I don't know why you would even bring that up.
Didn't happen.
It's our secret one.
Shut up.
We have a handshake and everything.
We need to make a propaganda poster saying there are no secret episodes. Carry on with your day.
Oh man, yeah. There's certainly not a secret episode where my
As
shirt.
soon as I figure out how to torrent
Oh, yeah.
CS6, I can get that. Like I can make propaganda posters.
That was pretty funny. Came back with no shirt on. Oh man, I figured I had to do something funny because my internet went out. But anyway, thank you for joining us for the Untitled Studios podcast number 5.
Yay.
Been fun having you again. This is Stabby, and
This is class.
Mike.
For the last time, I'm gonna go out in the blaze of glory. Shoot up the school tomorrow. Bye.
Oh God, don't.
Oh, good lord.
Hey, we gotta get attention.
Your house is getting kicked in right now.
oh man,
We're horrible.
right.
And Angle.
And Angle. Don't forget about me.
all right. Goodbye, everybody. We're gonna go
Arthur.
before class gets arrested.